Guess I'm up in a tree. Anyway, up in the tree, and I have to admit that like it's been a while since. Oh, headache. My timing's off. Anyway, it's been a while since I've been actually squirreling around in a tree, and it feels pretty good. It was one of those deals where it's like my common sense, whatever that means, is telling me don't do it, don't do it. But it's like the weather is saying yay, and you know I've got the climbing equipment. I might as well. It sure beats a lot of things a person could be doing. Amazing. I cannot get over this sunshiny December weather. Gosh, it's like the 17th of December, going on to Christmas, and it's like a spring day. I don't know. There really isn't much to say. I'll tell you a story. I was working for that tree service, like I told you. Get some side shots so you see more than me in here. And I wound up going from him to just doing solo work. I've got all the equipment. I've got everything I need to do trimming. I like that, trimming. And not big takedowns, you know, gutting my way through logging forms of tree trimming. Anyway, the last dead tree that I took down, big oak, just a single stem, not like this multi-stem thing, just a big, tall, old oak tree. And so I went up there on my spurs, and I'm going to take the top down. That's, you know, standard procedure. Limbing along the way, although I don't take every single limb off, because when you take the top down, the trunk bounces, and I wanted to eliminate as much bounce as possible. So I left some, and they're like parachutes or kind of inertial dampeners. You leave some branches on it in a way that it's not going to hit the trunk when it comes down. Anyway, so I make the face cut, kind of that fish mouth thing, and then do the back cut. I'm not going to cut all the way through. Very careful with the notches so it goes down the way you want. And push on it. And there was barely any wood holding on this. There was no reason for that top to remain, but it was like it was attached by a steel girder. It would not come down. So I did what you're not supposed to do. But I was very careful, and I held my breath as I had made the cuts to take that top down. It should have come down. I have to stress that there was nothing holding it on. And climbed back down very carefully, because that top, if it came down, would have just wiped me off that tree. Made it to the ground. Whew. Took my big shot, that big slingshot, in my shot bag, or shot pouch, threw it over the top of the tree from a distance. No way it can hit me. And as soon as I just tugged on that top with that slick line, the throw line, it came down, and I swear it was like a controlled demolition, that trunk. That trunk barely had any wood. It was held together by bark and sawdust. And I cut two pieces from that. The entire trunk only had two pieces that were solid enough to make these little, like, coffee tables with a glass top. Barely any wood. They're hollow, and you could see all the ant damage and everything. And right there, you know, I had to think, I should have died that day. I was up in a tree. If that top came down when I was up there, that tree would have done the same thing. It would have come down like a controlled demolition, just sawdust and bark. You know, and I was probably up about 60 feet, plus the weight of the top. And that is the last dead tree, my last takedown. I continued relatively healthy trees that just needed like trimming, branch work, stuff like that, but no more dead trees. Trust your instincts. And so that is John's scary story. I don't want to really dwell on it, of course, because I'm going to flip this back around. You know, I'm off the ground. There's my feet. Okay, move the right foot. I've just proved they're mine. I've got everything connected correctly. Kind of a choking thing around that flip line. So if my main line, which shouldn't break down, because that is an extremely strong connection. All the weight is bearing straight down on the trunk, really, and those side branches aren't supporting it. It's a lot different than saying have your line around something like this and then it could just shear off. But that is that. Okay, extra credit for you tree people out there. I had to do a lot of foot locking up here, and this is a slick, as in slippery 16-strand line. And what I do is I actually have a loop right around there, so when I'm foot locking, I get a better grip. Yes, it's kind of cheating for foot locking, but it's better than using a Pantene in the center on your foot. Marvelous. Isn't this beautiful? This is amazing. And there's the roof, which is ironic because I actually don't like being on the roofs of houses because I'm not roped in. What a glorious day to be alive. Have a good one, everyone, and thank you so much for watching.